Hello, and a very warm welcome to my little cottage garden in Cambridgeshire in the UK. We're counting down now to the end of the UK summer, and I'm feeling a slight sense of loss as the days get shorter and wetter, and the mornings and evenings get colder and darker. But we're still having the occasional warm, dry day to enjoy being outside. Today I thought I would share some of the tidying up I've been doing in my little front garden. This space is about 5 meters by 3 meters, and I'm not even sure it qualifies as a garden. I've been saving up to convert this area into driveway parking for my car, so there hasn't been any motivation to make it nice since it will eventually all be cleared away. But it will probably be a while before I start that project, so I figured I better do something with the space in the meantime. There's already some planting and hard landscaping here, so with a little effort, I should be able to make it look nicer. The first thing I did was dig up this patch of Ajuga. It's being crowded out by the lamb's ear, and I can probably use it to better effect in the back garden. I cut back the lamb's ear and took some cuttings to make more plants. I'm a bit surprised how well this lamb's ear is thriving here, because it typically likes full sun, and this space is northwest facing, so it only gets sun in the late afternoon and evening. But one thing I've learned is that plants don't always behave as you would expect. Lamb's ear is really easy to propagate. It puts out these horizontal stems that develop roots at intervals, and if you cut a piece that has roots and plant it, it grows into a new plant. This is the large geranium in my back garden. Last year I transplanted a clump of this plant to the front, and it took really well. So today I want to dig up some more of it for the front garden. I'll split this to make several new plants. Back in the front garden now. I generally don't like to leave soil bare, so I'm not going to bother trying to clear away the grass in the border. I'll just clear the spots where I want to plant, and as the geranium spreads, it should outcompete the grass. I made 4 different plants out of that big clump of geranium that I dug up. I pulled up the grass that had self-seeded into the slate pathway. This is one of the downsides of using any type of decorative aggregate in the garden. You always get plants growing in it, even if you put down weed membrane. The trick is to pull them up when they are young, because if you let them get established, you might need to rake away all the aggregate in order to get down to their roots. This is a small-leaved Cotoneaster. I understand that Cotoneaster can be invasive, but this one has been growing here for 3 years and I haven't found it to be problematic, so I let it grow. There are a couple of lavender plants here that I grew from cuttings. They seem to be doing well, they just need a bit of maintenance. These Carex grass don't seem to be doing well. I'm not sure if they're struggling because of how dry it has been, or because they're growing in the slate pathway and there's a layer of sand underneath the slate. In any case, I'm going to pull them up and plant them in the border and see if they do better. I also added some new plants to the space. This grass is called Imperata cylindrica rubra. And I bought 3 new lavender plants from my local garden center. This is a cistis or rock rose. I got it as a plug plant about a year ago and I've been growing it in a pot. And I have a couple of rosemary plants that I grew from cuttings. These are all plants that like well-drained soil and full sun. And even though this is a northwest facing space, I'm taking a cue from the lamb's ear and the lavender that are thriving here. And I'm hoping that these sun-loving plants will also do well in this space. At this point, my neighbor, who recently took up gardening and is always asking me for tips, came out to say hello and offered me a bag of sunflower seeds. You probably can't hear what he's saying, but I've put his side of the conversation in the captions with his permission. Hello.
Just some sunflower seeds.
Were those from your sunflower? Wow, well done.
Loads. We got to plant for the next 100 years.
Nice, thank you.
Next season we're gonna plant like 5 or 6 of them.
Right.
See if we can make some oil out of them or something.
Fantastic.
Getting all green fingers at the minute through plants for next time.
Amazing. Can't wait to see.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought no one else would do anything.
Thank you very much. It was such a heartwarming exchange for me. It's been a joy watching him slowly getting hooked on gardening over the last year, and I look forward to planting these seeds come next spring. So the last thing I did was plant some daffodil bulbs. and I'm trying out this contraption that is supposed to make bulb planting easier. It's supposed to make a neat hole so that you can put in your bulbs without disturbing the soil too much. I'm not quite convinced, although to be fair, the soil here has quite a bit of gravel in it, which is probably not ideal for this tool. I did persevere trying to use the tool, but to be honest, I think my trowel is a lot more effective. That was what I got up to this weekend. With all the rain we're having, the new plants should settle in well. And come spring, I should have a lovely display here. Quick reminder of what it was like before. And now, there's still a few bits to do. I'd like to paint the fence, and I'm considering building some sort of a screen to hide the wheelie bins. But it's so much better. I'm always amazed by how much of a difference just a little bit of tidying up can make. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment. And I hope you have a wonderful week.